LSU quarterback Joe Burrow and running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire have been named SEC Offensive Players of the Week for their performance in Tuscaloosa last Saturday. LSU's Week 13 matchup versus Arkansas on Saturday, November 23rd in Tiger Stadium will kick off at 6 p.m. on ESPN. That was announced by the league on Monday. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was on ESPN's Thinking Out Loud on Monday, talking about the moment afterwards following the win over Alabama that he shared with his father.
People need to understand that when the things that he was saying to me, I took all type of criticism coming up, being a shorter back, and people are saying, okay, he's not big enough to play in the SEC. People around, people in the state, people in the city, I wasn't, the guy, to start. So, and always having him in my corner and my family, and so for him, he was saying, they were saying that you wasn't a running back. That was something that he told me, go in, write that on your mirror, so every time you see it, when you wake up in the morning, you understand this is what you wake up. This is something that you want to do. If you want to be great, you can make yourself great because this is what you're set up for.
I mean, this kid's incredible. I got to interview him yesterday for Player to Player, which you can catch Saturday on Eagle 98.1 Game Day, and this is my first time ever really talking to Clyde one-on-one, Jordy, and I am just taken aback by his maturity, his poise. Obviously, his play on the field right now is just absolutely absurd. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a special individual. Also, I got the story. If you want to know, I got the story, which you can hear behind Throw Your Heart Across the Line and Your Body Will Follow.
Joe Burrow was talking about his offensive coaches, Ensminger and Brady, on Monday.
Coach Joe's brought a lot of good things in, but Coach E and Coach Joe kind of molded this thing together. People forget about Coach E all the time, but he's been as important in this as anybody, and he's done a great job listening to Coach Joe's ideas, listening to my ideas, and merging them with his own to kind of build this monster that we've built.
Put some respect on Steve Ensminger's name.
Ogeron was talking about the future of Joe Brady yesterday at his press conference.
This is Joe's first full-time job, and I do believe he's very loyal to LSU. I do believe he likes what's going on at LSU, and obviously we're going to compete to keep him. A guy like that's going to have opportunities, but we're going to compete as best as we can to keep him. All those things are going to happen after the season. We want, Joe's worried about breaking down Ole Miss's coverages right now, so he's not even thinking about that stuff. But after the season, we have coaches that are going to get chances to go elsewhere. But the ones that we want to keep, we're going to fight like heck to keep.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff yesterday, some talk of contract extensions. Do we know exactly, and it happened during our show yesterday, is it moved beyond the rumor stage?
LSU Ole Miss kickoff 6 o'clock from Oxford on Saturday, pregame 1 o'clock on Eagle 98.1. The New Orleans Saints are back on the field Sunday in Tampa following a divisional loss versus Atlanta last time out. Saints now 7-2 as they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Noon start from Tampa this Sunday. Monday Night Football last night, the Seahawks handed the 49ers their first loss. An overtime field goal got the San Francisco 49ers 27-24. Russell Wilson led his 28th fourth quarter comeback last night, most in the NFL since 2012. Pelicans, Houston Rockets beat New Orleans last night 122-116. J.J. Redick had 24 points. Josh Hart chipped in 19. Jrue Holiday added 18 and 11. Also had 9 rebounds for New Orleans, which played without their leading scorer, Brandon Ingram, due to a sore right knee. The Pelicans will host the Los Angeles Clippers coming up on Thursday night. The LHSAA kept Landry-Walker out of the 4A football playoffs for having 6 ineligible players on the roster. That was announced by the organization, who said in a statement provided on Monday. Also among the 6 ineligible players, one athlete exhausted his 8 semesters of high school eligibility. 2 were registered with 2 different LHSAA member schools. My goodness.
Yeah,
they're just going all in down at Landry-Walker, huh?
As I was reading that story on the Eagle,
you're welcome.
I saw that ring.
I just happened to see that story on Facebook this morning, and I was like, "We're going to talk about that."
I'm reading it live, and I'm the same reaction because
put anything in the document, and I'll read it. That was interesting.
I normally
2 sentences in. That was good.
It's like I normally do the run through before I go on, but I didn't today because I've just been watching stuff distracted. And the deeper you get into it, you're like, man, they were just coming at it from all angles.
Can you play?
Are you
Come on.
You're 30? Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry.
Get out of
That ain't
here.
no problem.
Organization discovered the ineligible players when gathering information about a fight that occurred on the field at Bell Chase soon after the game.
Yeah.
South Plaquemine Sheriff's Office is investigating the incident. That according to a report from WWL.
So maybe that's
Bell Chase is my new favorite high school football team.
So maybe that's the most interesting part. Would they have gotten caught
Or
if not
Landry-Walker.
Would they have gotten caught if not for the fight? Right? I mean, would they have just had these players playing the entire time if not for the fight? I don't know.